gonna start with a cat where we kneel. So one shin is on the roller with the foot hanging off. And the loop is on the free leg. Hands are on the arm, taking that leg behind the body. Nice and straight here. And then as I pull that leg in, I'm going to scoop my belly and drop my head. And then just come back to neutral spine. Nice straight line from the crown of the head to my glutes. So curl as it comes in and press it out. Really try to round that spine up to the ceiling. Keeping the shoulders wide though. So rounding from the low back and then straight back out. I'm going to switch feet for the next exercise, which is scorpion. So I'm a little more even here. So I'm putting still the same side loop on the foot. I just switch legs. Hands on there, on the arm. And then I'm gonna start this time with that free leg slightly bent and my toe pointed kind of towards my head. I'm trying to lift that leg up as high as I can get it. And then I'm gonna bend that in, rounding my spine. As I reach it out, I'm gonna try to arc up to my upper back, keeping my ribs in so that I'm not flaring the ribs out. And you're getting a nice stretch through the upper and lower back, but keeping the shoulders down. Ultimately, the goal would be to try to touch your head with your foot. Obviously, I'm not going to get there, but you get the idea. On that one, you could hold it up there and then do little pulses up if you wanted to get some bonus seat work in. Okay. Then I'm going to transition to lying on my back again, and we're going to do quite a few things here. So tailbone at one end, lying down, getting the spine nice and straight, head at the other end. Okay, I'm going to start with hundreds first. So I am going to place these straps into my hands, and I'm going to start with my feet flat. So I'm going to curl myself up as I press my arms down by my hips, and then I inhale through the nose, and then exhale out the mouth. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to challenge, try to lift one foot up. Do half with one foot lifted, and then finish with the other leg lifted. If you really wanted to try to challenge it, you could try to bring both legs to tabletop. Maybe it's really, really hard to do. There we go. It's really hard. So another option would be, if you wanted to get those legs involved, to do the feet in the straps. And then bring the legs up to tabletop and try to curl up there. It's a little more stable that way. You still may not be able to do it, but it's just an option if you do have that balance available. And again, here you could do the legs up to the ceiling, lowering to your challenge point. Maybe just doing one leg out wherever your challenge point is, and then switching halfway. So you get the idea there. Hundreds breathing is just 5 counts in through the nose, 5 counts out through the mouth, doing 10 sets, which equals 100 breaths. And that's a really good way to warm up as well. Okay. You also, on those, if it's too much tension on the neck, can always keep the head down. That's going to be the case for anything that we do while lying down on the roller here. So the next thing is an opposite hand and leg. So I'm gonna take my left strap into my hand and I'm gonna put my right strap onto my foot. Okay. So both the arm and leg start straight up towards the ceiling. Tailbone down though, shoulders down the back. You can lower and curl up and then bring it back to the ceiling as the head comes down. So you curl up and then lower. If you want to try to add that balance, you can hover your opposite hand or it can stay down if you need it for balance. You could keep the head down as well if you need to, if you're feeling too much tension into the neck. Okay, and then I have a few variations here. So you can do the arm and leg moving in opposite directions. So lower the arm but pull the leg in closer. Lower the leg as the arm comes up. Lower the arm, leg comes up, and then switch. You also can do a reach across, adding a little bit of rotation, trying to reach towards the toes of that loaded leg. Working into the obliques a little bit there. And you could hold any of those positions and then do little pulses up or little reaches across. Okay. And that's all I have on that one. So I do have one more variation on that, but it is a different exercise. So coordination, you could do it with the straps in the hands, the straps on the feet, or like this with one in each hand. So I'm going to kind of show you what it would look like here. So you can start with one arm down and one leg bent. You're going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders, hold it up there, press the arm down and the leg out, open the leg, close the leg, bend it back in. And as you do that open and close, try not to let the other knee open like mine tried to do on that first one. Okay, and if you were to do that with the hands down, or the straps in both hands, the elbows would come down by your sides, and you could do a single leg, or try to do both legs if you can balance there. Curl up, arms press down, legs press out, open, close, bend the knees, deepen your curl, and bend your elbows. You can also do an over and an under, alternating which foot does that top movement each time. Or you can open and close, pointing and flexing, or flexing and pointing. And you just have to do one or two each time before you bend the arms again, and try to do like 5 sets. I think I had some other variations there as well. So, yes, heel beats. So, that's the only one I missed. Again, I take those legs back up to tabletop, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up, press the arms down, legs out, just beat the heels, bend the knees, bend the elbows, and take a break. On those, I'd probably try to do 5 heel beats and 5 sets of heel beats. And you can also just vary those up. So, do like, 5 different variations and do them each one time. Okay? So from there, we're going to go into our ab series next. So again, the straps could be on your arms or your feet. You maybe could do one or the other, depending on the exercise. And I'll try to point that out as we go through. So I'm going to start with my arms up to the ceiling. And I'm going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. I'm going to bring my legs up to tabletop. I'm using my arms for a little bit of balance here, actually. The right leg goes out, and then the left. Just switching through the legs. And then 8 to 10, and then lower it back down. That one, you could do a foot in the strap and an arm in the strap. And then you just want to switch after 5, and then do 5 more. Okay. Next one, arms to the ceiling, curling up, legs come into the chest. And then you can use the arms for balance. Legs go out, legs pull in. You could do this one with the straps on the feet instead of in the hands. You wouldn't want to do a single leg though on this one. And again, 8 to 10, and then take a break. Okay. After that, we do the legs up to the ceiling for the next two. The first one, you could do a strap on a foot and a strap in the hand, switch halfway through. So, we're going to do legs up here, curling up, using my arms for balance. The right leg lowers, left leg pulls in, switch, pull in, switch, pull in, switch, pull in. You could also do this loops on the feet and then try to reach up for the leg that's coming closer. And I'm going to show you this one because you're going to use the opposite arm to counterbalance. So legs are up, you're curled up. You're going to grab onto the leg that's coming in closer to help pull it towards you. Switch the hands as you switch the legs. Trying to keep your balance the whole time. Okay, then I'm going to go back to these in my hands. And we're going to do our double leg lower and lift. So once again, starting up with my arms curling up, the legs come into the chest one at a time. They go up to the ceiling. Both legs lower and both legs lift. Pulling the belly deeper to the spine as the legs lift. Only lowering them to your challenge point where you're not using your back to lift the legs up. You do have the option to always keep the head down. Your other option here is to also just do curls. So with the arms up to the ceiling, just curl and lower. Just curl and lower. You could hold that curl up and do little pulses up higher. You could even do little oblique reaches towards the heels. And that one is not in my notes. Maybe I'll add it if I remember. Okay. Then for your crisscross, I would suggest just bringing one leg to tabletop, keeping the other foot down. And bring your arms up to the ceiling and curl yourself up. The right arm is going to be used for balance, and that left arm is going to reach towards your heel and then back into center. So reaching and center. You could take it behind your head and do it more traditional, but I kind of like that reach across. And then same thing on the other side, reaching across towards the heel or taking the hand behind the head. So it would be right arm and left leg with the left arm being used for balance. Okay, that's your ab series and your curls. So now we're going to come up from there, which is an ab exercise in and of itself, just to roll yourself up.